to me who were conversing from the Muslim. I said, I'm Hajji Shaban Okurut. I'm doing my first master's zoology. My postwork. It will continue to thrive and make a positive impact on IUIU, on the community, and the world at large. Dr. Umar, with the one new leadership, please don't despair. Come and fight on. Come from very far. I've given you my report. We began with only 2 programs to teach in science in 1994, 95. That's BSc Education and BSc Honors. Now we are proud of so many faculties and so many programs. About over 16 programs in the faculty. I know we achieve more. A word of caution. I want to live with this challenge. As you move forward as a faculty, I want you to remember that the world needs people like you who are passionate about learning new ideas, who are committed to making a difference, and who are willing to take risks. Not everything will come easy way. I want you to remember that of you, and I implore you to use that power to make a difference. I want to thank you again, to thank everyone who supported me during my time as a dean, to thank my colleagues for your friendship, dedication, and collaboration. I would like to thank IUIU again for providing me with an opportunity to serve and grow. By the way, I've served and I've grown, not only in terms of age. By the way, I have a lot of experience. I've done some little research and I've published.
Good afternoon, members. I would like to begin by thanking the Almighty Allah for the gift of life and good health. Without those two, I would not be in this room today. Secondly, immediately, I would like to thank Hajji Shaban Okurut, the outgoing dean. In fact, I've been calling him the standing dean of the faculty. Anytime there is a gap, he comes in as the dean. So Hajji Shaban, please stay around. We still need you, we still need your guidance. The Vice-Rector, Academic Affairs, represented by Academic Registrar. The Academic Registrar in your capacity, I recognize your presence. The other deans, Dean Faizo is the one I could recognize very easily. The Deputy Dean is present, Director RPI, and Dean Faculty of Agribusiness and Natural Resources. This is one of the products of FOSS. He calls FOSS the fathers of fathers. So Professor Ta, can I use the same here?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you are the father and he is the grandfather.
The grandfather. Members, I am very, very pleased to be standing here with addressing you today as the incoming Dean, Faculty of Science. I thank Almighty Allah for giving me life and the opportunity to serve in this capacity. I joined IUIU in December of 2011, though I was based at Kampala campus, so don't you be deceived to think that I'm new to IUIU. I've been around for some time. I hold a PhD in computer science, a master's in computing, and also a bachelor's specializing in computer science and IT. So my background is computing. The guests of honor and members, I joined this faculty at a time where several things beyond even beyond our capacity to change are happening nationally and internationally. I am joining this faculty at a time where there are more advanced stuff than it was maybe 5 years ago. But having more advanced stuff does not mean that the advanced stuff are also available. Right? Maybe you didn't have 5 PhDs in a faculty 5 years ago, but while they were master's holders, they were around. Now you have them, and they are here and there. That is one observation. It's not only unique to IUIU. I am joining the faculty at a time where Faculty of Science is no longer the go-to place for students who want to study science in the region here. You have other universities around that are offering the same. I am joining the faculty where the job landscape has also changed. You find someone who studied BSc in education, they are doing something completely different because the job landscape dictates so. So these are the forces I'm trying to bring to your attention, that these are realities within which we must adjust if we are to thrive, right? And based on that, I would like to share with you that my term in office, I'm going to capitalize, I'm going to put emphasis on 7 key areas. And all this is consolidating what has been achieved by the previous leadership, the immediate dean and the other deans. At the moment, we have around 910 students across all programs. We have a total of 33 full-time staff in the whole faculty across all programs, 6 of which are now, of whom are now doing their further studies. We also have up to 40 part-time lecturers in the faculty. We are currently having 18 programs, and of these 18, 3 are postgraduate. We have 3 master's programs, we have 8 bachelor's programs, we have 3 diploma, and then the HEC programs that we are also running. Now, this is how strong we hold in terms of our academic business as a faculty. In light of this is where I highlight my 7 areas of emphasis as the dean. Number 1 is going to be on enhancing teaching and learning, both the process as well as the environment. If we are having 18 degree programs, can we enhance the process so that these 18 degree programs are the best taught programs in the country? You may not achieve that now, but you set a ground for that to be achieved. So enhancing the teaching and learning so that we remain with that flavor that is known of IUIU. By the way, some of us who have offered services to other universities, they tell you clearly that it is at IUIU where students are really taught. So Academic Registrar, we have that plus. I don't know whether at the top leadership we have recognized that in a way, but we really, our instructors teach. So my role will be to enhance that to now another level, enhancing the teaching and learning, right? And we shall devise several means of doing this. I might not have the university buy whatever you need in the teaching room, But we could together write a grant proposal and someone gives us some money and we equip the lab, right? Or we could do some other things that will now attract that eye that wants to fund us. So we are going to emphasize teaching and learning. Number 2 is stimulating research with a focus on multidisciplinary research. Dr. Nimlola, I hope you will stay around. I hope we are still with you. You are one of the strong areas that with whom we wish to partner. Okay, so we want to emphasize on multidisciplinary research. So my role is going to be, together with my HODs and all staff, to stimulate these research activities. Even if it's a bachelor's degree, final year capstone project, it should have an output as a publication, for instance. You have supervised master's students, they are in tens. Why don't you have tens of publications, right? So it means even when research is being conducted, we are still biased towards the teaching role aspect. So that together we are going to stimulate research. Thirdly, is to optimize the administrative processes at the faculty. One student comes asking for their transcript, for example, and that is done in 1 day. Another student with the same conditions comes and they are served in 3 days. Another student comes and they are served within 5 minutes. Now that's where we want to optimize, that we identify administrative processes at faculty level, so as to minimize variation in the service we are giving out, and also enhance the quality. So that student A, B, C, they will also say, well, I was served in 1 day, right? So we are going to streamline that together. Number 4, we want to have targeted staff capacity development. You have a mix of staff. You have staff who have the capacity to do certain things, but they don't have the time. You have staff who have the time, but they don't have the capacity. You have staff who are willing, but they are not given the opportunity. So you have a mix of, so my role is going to be, together with you, to aim for targeted staff capacity development. So that together, you build a foundation of growth, right? If you're talking in terms of research, you say you have early career researchers. Mid-level career, you have independent researchers. So that is going to require several efforts, and this I will need your support. We shall do this together. Then number 5, and a very of a high priority, is growing our graduate programs, master's and PhD programs. I was telling our colleagues, our TAC professors who are with us here, there is already a load for them, right? So if you are in a department that does not have a master's program, come this time next year, at the very latest, it should be at approval level, and you're just waiting to admit students. But that is going to be now our emphasis, right? Because we are producing, and whatever we are producing is feeding some other graduate degree programs. Why don't we do the same here again? So we are going to consolidate the 3 master's programs that we have and grow the faculty. Number 6, the second last, is attracting external funding through active partnerships and collaborations. Members, I must also say that I'm taking over this role at a time where IUIU has active partnerships in the form of MOUs with over 31 universities and institutions around the world. With this comes several opportunities for staff development, several opportunities for joint projects, several opportunities for capacity development, several opportunities for mobility programs. This we are going to exploit because you have been given now the blank check. This is what I'm offering. Can you come for it? So that is going to be a core priority area. We need to leverage these partnerships and work together with those partners. Someone sitting in Istanbul is having GPU machines everywhere, high processor computers, but they are lacking raw data which you are having here. Why can't we collaborate? Right? So there are those benefits that come with partnerships, and there is huge funding which we shall be aiming to receive. And finally, the seventh is to engage in knowledge-driven community outreach programs. So this is going to be a core focus area. You have plant scientists and soil scientists on campus. They have even done research and published work. But maybe 15 kilometers from here, someone's crops are dying in the farm, and yet you have the knowledge. So as a faculty, we are going to try and see that the technical knowledge that we are creating in here, we organize community outreach programs around it that benefits the communities. As I already communicated to the HODs, this is what we are going now to do, and we have started profiling the entire faculty to see how each department can have a community outreach program. At the very least, we could have multiple departments come together and organize these community outreach programs. And all these members, we are going to emphasize visibility. Whatever we are doing, we are going to emphasize visibility. And to that effect, our faculty website is going to be very active. And remember, your online visibility also contributes to the university's ranking as well. So we are going to create that template on which the faculty's both inputs and outputs, that is the efforts and the results of their efforts, are made visible and accessible to the outside world. So I beg of you, I request you, my colleagues from Faculty of Science, my other deans, other staff members, I am looking forward to your support. All what I have said, I can't do it myself, even if I wanted to. We will have to do this as a team, as the outgoing dean has said, that we emphasize teamwork. So I request for your support, and this is the journey I'm looking forward to having with you in the coming years. Should Allah give us life and good health. Finally, because of this quite ambitious but doable projection that we are putting forward, you should expect that I might choose on you to assign a random activity. If, let's say, we have identified core areas for community outreach, I can come to you and say, Mr. Ali Kudamba, you're the one going to be the focal person for this. And we work through together. Okay? The whole point I'm trying to make here is that we are a faculty that has manpower, and each one of us is capable of contributing something. So the focus is going to be to get the best out of each one of us. So that when you'll allow me use this, I'm not scaring anyone, but when the appraisal form comes to my desk, your output is already known. Your contribution is obvious, right? And this makes us co-own whatever we are doing. It makes us co-own or co-earn whatever we have delivered, right? So members, that's what I can say for now. We shall have another avenue for discussion that is more focused now on different departments, but I'm looking forward to working with each one of you. And I can assure you one thing, those who know me, I'm a very objective person. You cannot easily buy me into subjectivity. Even if you're my closest friend, we have to follow the objective line, right? So don't expect me to do that, and I will also expect that to a good extent, we will all opt for objectivity as we undertake the faculty and university business. With that, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much, the incoming dean. Now we have had the points, the 7 points.
Like the MC said, my name is Abdul Sansa. I'm a lecturer, I'm an expert in medical microbiology with a PhD in the same. I first came to IU in 2008 as an undergraduate student. And the first person I met as my academic father was Hajji Shaban Okurut. He liked me so much and sold my name to the rest of the staff. And I finished my degree, my first degree on time, in the first class, and he was part of the team that made sure I stay here and continue growing up to where I am. So because of that, I would like to say thank you, Hajji, and I thank Allah who has kept you for me and for the rest of the people. We have extended our relationship beyond IUIU, and if anything happens to me, people at home, and the first person you look for is Hajji Shaban. Yeah. So thank you, Hajji. Thank you for having a parent heart. We are not. No man is perfect. It's hard to find someone who has no enemies. But Hajji is one unique being that surprises everybody. Under his leadership, people will always deliver. There are times when you feel, in case you are in his shoes, you have taken some action that would not be so suitable to your subject to act. But for him, he is patient, and over time you see the subjects changing. So that is one very important feature that I'll never forget from him. And I've learned what a good lesson from you, and so are many of the mentees that I've learned from you. Those are my words. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Olusansa. I'm going to choose one person from the Faculty of Science and one from Faculty of Education, because he has been serving in the Faculty of Education too. Who's willing to come from Faculty of Science to give a word of thanks to Dr. Shaban, to Hajji Shaban? Dr. Shangomero Halima.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. think you allow me to give some few words. With regard to Dr. Shaban, also some few words in regard to the incoming dean, Dr. Umar Yahaya. First of all, I've never worked with a wonderful man, a mentor, and a guardian like Dr. Shaban Okurut. We're having a very big problem. You may think it's a crisis, but the way he handles it, he puts you in a calm place. At the end of the day, you realize that this problem is solvable and manageable. Sometimes we'll be facing some challenges. Some are related to work and so on. As we know, we have many challenges. You come to him, he calls you on the phone, his staff and so on. But at the end of the day, you end up concluding and finding a middle ground. I think that's an example of leadership, and it's a good leadership. Lastly, Dr. Shaban Okurut is a person who doesn't have many corners. He's a very straightforward person. That's something I learned from him. If you're wrong, he's going to tell you straightforward. Then you harmonize. What you'll speak behind you is the same thing you'll speak in front of you, whether you're available or not. That's something we know about him. And we pray to Allah to continue to do like that and for the mentorship. Yeah. Then secondly, I think there's something Dr. Umar did not say much about him because sometimes it sounds rude to blow your own trumpet. Luckily enough, alhamdulillah, he's my hobby. We started, I think when I was doing my master's, he was doing his bachelor's. Interestingly, yeah, I think that's 2011, yeah, in IUT. Then later on, he was doing his PhD. I also joined him to do my PhD. I finished master's before him. He finished PhD before him. But for those journeys, one thing I realized about Dr. Umar, he always wishes good and likes good for people. And I think it's a privilege to see that we have him. If there's an opportunity, he will tell you there's this, there's this, there's this, there's this. This is an open-minded person. For me to join IUT, I think he was a charm. Then after finishing master's, I was here working 2, 3, 4 years. I just received Halim, there's this opportunity, come and start the PhD. He processed my application, my admission, and so on, everything. He helped me carry my set to many things. I reached there, I found a very comfortable ground. I think that's in Brunei, where I did my PhD. I reached there was a family. And one thing I've realized, I think Allah has blessed him, wherever he is. The gentleman is young, by the way, I think I'm older than him. But the vigor and the way you always present yourself, you end up giving him that parental and guardianship role. And you always call him Muse. Muse not in terms that he's old, but because of his wisdom. You find the things he talks to you, the guidance, you're ending up subdued as okay, Muse. You are the right person to mentor us to be our leader. So in all our communities from Bangladesh, you will be our leader for the international students. And trust me, he was the first person to go to Bangladesh, not to Bangladesh. When he was there, he realized that OIC offers many programs for African, maybe international students, but he's the only Ugandan there. He engaged with the rector. He said, why are we not sending students? People are benefiting from other countries, Pakistan, Nigeria, West Africa, and so on. Uganda, nothing. I think he was the pioneer. Then the rector picked interest. I think he got the advert that was in, he sent to the rector, they distributed it to us, and that's why now we have over 10 graduates from IT. I think we appreciate it. And then finally, as conclude, I always tell him he's the man who has high drivers. When he loads his drivers, then it's a roller coaster. Be ready to work, and if you are the person, he has the word you always call me, joke, I don't want to work, you assume you're working and so on, you're going to face it tough with him. But that's not a scary. It means he's the person who is working, he needs results, he produces, we should be ready for it, and it's a positive thing. In the end, it's going to transform us and help us grow career-wise. And that's something I thought I could talk about in the Umar. We are much grateful to be under your leadership, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One last one from Faculty of Education. Mr. Auf, I think you've worked with you're the Deputy Dean, and I think you've worked with Mr. Shaban for a long, long time. And one word of thanks.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It was an ambush. They thought that it was only members of Faculty of Science to give feedback. I worked with the outgoing dean on several occasions, and we have had or been in together in several expeditions. You see, if you are going to understand someone in Islam, you travel with them. I have traveled with Mr. Shaban twice. The first was to Somalia, and the second was to Chotera. Remember the early years of Chotera, when Chotera was still very young. And I was the Amir Safar. But you know, in education, we understand one thing, that when you train a student, chances are very high that that student is going to become your supervisor at one time, and you have no problem with it. Today you are dean, tomorrow you are a staff, and your junior is a dean, and it's very normal. But Hajji Shaban has taken that to another level. That he understands it so much that even when you give him negative criticism, he doesn't take it beyond that point. That is the kind of man who has been the dean for all these years. I remember when we were still students, it was in the Faculty of Science, and we had some colleagues from the Faculty of Science. So there was this gentleman called Abdul Latif. He used to come and brag. In the Faculty of Science, we have Dr. Shaban Okurut. He's an expert in ticks. But like you said, he's a hardworking man, but he's also a very social man. And that's what academics is all about. Much as we're supposed to be very serious at sometimes, yes, we need our life, because our families also need us. So I don't have much to say about him, but the fact that I've traveled with him on those two expeditions, I never had any challenge with him whatsoever. And sometimes I've even criticized him so sharply that he doesn't take it serious. You know, that even after 30 minutes from that point, we are chatting and we are laughing. That's the kind of person Hajji Shaban is. One man told him that the title of Hajj is not fit for your name. The likes of Okurut are supposed to be lieutenants and captains. Captain Okurut, but Hajji Okurut. That's perfect. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much. Now from Faculty of Education.
Actually, I've known Shaban for some time, and most of the time, as I already talked about it, I've known him as Dean Science. So the picture of Shaban in science is inseparable. That's how I've known Mr. Shaban, and he's a jolly man, he's a free man, and actually sometimes he gets tough, because I remember in executive board meetings, when he has been delegated, maybe by the rector to chair, he can really make decisions and get tough. That's when you can see that Shaban is a tough guy. Otherwise, he's I remember sometime he was talking about staff welfare, and of course, the rectorship takes a different direction, but Mr. Shaban is ever on the side of the staff. He emphasizes these points when it comes to fighting for rights. So that one, I can remember him very well. And many other. But recently, Mr. Shaban has registered for a PhD. And surprisingly, he's my student. That is part of life, really. So, as the out says, that once you can be a leader, but with time, you find yourself also, as the circle moves, you find yourself being taught by maybe your student, and as a teacher or as a lecturer, I've really encountered many of these kinds of episodes, because you find yourself as a student, but after some time, the one who used to be your lecturer is also again your student. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, on the other side of Hajji Shaban, the other toughness of his, I remember him one day we were in a meeting and we had invited the Academic Registrar. And he said, let me stand up and speak my heart out. And it was like, you know, the Academic Registrar, if all lecturers stop teaching now, you're not going to get your salaries. It was very tough on that one day. I remember that sometimes it's actually tough and in a good way by now. Yeah. The other guest is going to represent the deans that are present. Let me invite the dean. Agribusiness. Very short sentence.
No, not very short, because
No,
I have to
because
say
of
some
time.
words in case in favor of my father. Yeah? Very short. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. حضور الكرام السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. So all the participants, again, good afternoon everybody. Both of the outgoing dean and incoming dean are my friends. Now almost, now exactly almost 2 years in the IUIU. Alhamdulillah, I worked with them, both of them, and I have to say some words in favor of both. So, my respected brother, Hajji Shaban, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope you are ever well. So, although I have come to know you and work closely with you in a relatively short time, then let me step in the role you have been playing as the Dean of the Faculty of Science. I wanted to take this moment to express my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for the exceptional leadership and dedication over the past few years. I'm very close to this man. Hopefully, I continue with him yeah, maybe, I don't know how long, but inshallah, alhamdulillah, I will be close to him. Now, so for the Azan. Meantime, I am going to pick some points, inshallah. The Sunnah, strictly, and my friend always stops us when there is a call for a salah. So my friend, your vision and commitment have significantly shaped out not only the Faculty of Science, but also the Faculty of Finance, nurturing a culture of excellence and collaboration as far as administrative, academic and social aspects are concerned. In this respect, wallahi, when you talked a few minutes ago, I wish if we could have listened to your talk before we had our faculty board today. So, therefore, I have the right to call you. You are the spiritual father of Faculty of Pharmacy, but now you are the spiritual grandfather of Faculty of Pharmacy, and now we have a new father after you, and then so this is our public, or so-called the public proverb in Sudan. Now we have an Ab al-Ruhi, and then a Jad al-Ruhi, the spiritual grandfather and the spiritual father of our faculty. So on behalf of the staff of the Faculty of Pharmacy, and before that, on behalf of the deans here, so we do assess very high and appreciate your contribution to allow the very smooth transfer of the staff and the faculty and the Department of Food Science and Nutrition from your faculty, from the Faculty of Science to ours, the Faculty of Pharmacy. So this the Department of Food Science and Nutrition will represent the nucleus of the pharmacy, and your honorable person has a priority in the establishment of the Faculty of Pharmacy, inshallah, and we'll continue collaborating with my friend Dr. Umar, inshallah, in the future. So from the experience with you, my friend Hajji Shaban, regarding the interaction with the administrative bodies of IUIU, I have seen remarkable growth in the academic programs, research initiatives, and the community engagement under your guidance. So your efforts have not only elevated force, reputation, but also created a supportive environment where both the staff and the students can thrive. I'm particularly inspired by the ability to navigate challenges with grace and to find innovative solutions that benefit the entire students' community, your willingness to mentor and support your colleagues, and left a permanent mark in that. So thank you once again for your outstanding service and for the legacy of excellence and that you have given upon your institute. I wish you all the best in your future, inshallah, endeavors. I look forward to staying connected. Barakallahu fikum. But I have to say something in favor of my new, the incoming dean, Dr. Omar. It is my it's my pleasure to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to you as the new dean of Faculty of Science. And this is an exciting time for FOSS as it embarks as a new chapter under your guidance, and as an individual with distinctive vision. I know that I have done so many duties with Dr. Omar as a distinctive person, and he has a good leadership and dedication, as well as a remarkable record of achievements and a deep commitment to academic excellence. So, inshallah, in the today very rapidly evolving academic landscape, as you said, and we hope that you will uphold the high standards of FOSS and lead new initiatives that foster innovation and continuous improvement, inshallah. So thank you very much, the outgoing dean. Thank you very much, the incoming dean. And inshallah, we keep again in the name of the deans in general, and the name of the staff staff members of Fairness, we extend our sincere thanks to you as the deans and to the staff members of FOSS and the mother of our faculty for providing whatever possible to enable Fairness exist. We should not forget other faculties and departments and even individuals. And lastly, but certainly not least, it is my privilege to deliver a vote of thanks to each and every one of you who attend today. Your presence and support are the true essence of interconnected community. So it is through your engagement that we have made this event a grand success. Alhamdulillah, barakallah fikum. With the deep appreciation, gratitude, and warm regards, wish you all the best, especially our deans. Wish you all the best. Barakallah fikum. And inshallah, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help you and guide you for the benefit of our departments, of our faculties, and the IUIU as a whole. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, Prof, thank you very much. Yeah, one word of thanks to the organizing committee of this ceremony. led by the Senior Administrative Officer, Habiba. Can you stand up? Thank you very much for organizing this ceremony. And all the staff, our colleagues who contributed. You know, this ceremony is not supported by the university. It is from the faculty's initiative that we started, and staff, we are very, very much supportive. So we collected some funds from all the staff, and whatever you're seeing here is from that collection. Thank you very much for accepting. And yes. Now next, with these protocols, I don't know what I'm going to do. Let me call the dean, the incoming dean, to call the guest of honor. I guess that is how protocols may be. So, Dr. Umar, please, you have only one task to come and call the guest of honor for Halima.
At this moment, I take this opportunity to invite our guest of honor, Vice-Rector Academic Affairs, represented by the Academic Registrar, Dr. Halima Wakabi.
Thank you very much. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. The incoming dean and the outgoing dean, the administrative and academic managers who are here today, trying to shorten the protocol. The members of staff from the different units of the IUIU, I salute you once again with the best salutations. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Indeed, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have already mentioned the gift of life, the gift of health. And I want to add the gift of intellect, and very high intellect for all of you who are sitting in this room, which if Allah had not bestowed on you and I, definitely would not be here today. We also thank him, particularly also that we have a job. I have seen very many people, both at the social level, the family level, and other levels, who wish, and they really wish they had your job, they had my job. So we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we wake up every morning, you and I, and we are blessed that we have IUIU and we have a job at IUIU. That sometimes we overlook and we take it for granted. But we thank Allah that He has chosen you and me at a particular time to be here at IUIU, and we pray that He continues to guide us. I also want to use this time, I don't know if we are strictly following the 420 timeline. Sometimes they accuse me of overemphasizing timelines, but I don't know if we are keeping the 420 timeline. But anyway, I'll try and shorten whatever it is. On behalf of the Vice-Rector Academic Affairs, he really wanted to be around. He sends his apologies, and I'm sure he will definitely, inshallah, I don't know if definitely is in Islam, but inshallah, he will meet you at a particular time and convey some of the very good words and ideas and aspirations as head of the academics in our line. I have heard the outgoing speech and the incoming one, and I'm really humbled as both academic registrar and also in my own capacity for the very preciseness and the down-to-earth issues that have been laid down by the incoming and the outgoing. I join you in really appreciating those who are outgoing. We are saying outgoing, but I know some of them are also incoming in one way or another. And whatever the case, they are still with us at the faculty and at IUIU. But I have known the outgoing dean, and whatever has been said is not about flair. It is just Hajji Shaban Okurut. And I am privileged as AR at this particular time because we've worked at some other levels, but at this particular time to say he is very objective, and as has been pointed out, I always, when he raises his hand, either in a meeting or a phone call or whatever, I know that he's going to say something that I must listen to. Whether I will agree or not is a different matter altogether. But I must digest what he's saying. So, and digest it very quickly, otherwise sometimes you can be overrun by the likes of Okurut. But the good thing is I know that with Okurut he is very sincere. There are no hidden agendas. And what he's doing is just laying things on the table for them to be dissected one way or another. We thank you and the outgoing team that has really propelled the Faculty of Science up to that level. And we have already emphasized this, that in academics, you walk through one door, you will come out through one door, you will enter back through another door, and all those are possibilities that you and I must embrace. That we are at some level at one time, and at another level, there will be others who are there. That is all about academics, handing over mentorship when the time has come. It is going to happen to you, it is going to happen to me, and it will happen to everyone who is in academics or in a university. You don't know where Allah will place you at another point. But there's one thing he has said, and I feel that as AR he has also talked directly to me, and also as an individual, as Halima, he has also talked to me. And Okurut, you are a rare brand in IUIU. You are a rare brand. For me, sometimes you say in science, you are what? An endangered species. Your statement, if not you, who speaks directly to all of us, if not you who we have said. I wish we could put that somewhere as IUIU, if not for ourselves, to inspire ourselves that if not I, who will come and take it up? Maybe to inspire, because for me, you have said you are the grandmother, you are the grandfather, he is the father. For me, I'm also the grandmother, I think. Because I've stayed here, I think, for a very long time. So I think that spoke directly to us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows who will go first, who will go last, who will go when, not if, who will go when. But I think all said and done is, what have you done? I think that really summarizes what have you done at that time when you were. Because all of us, we realize that it is just moments that Allah has given us. These are moments. But when He has given, how will we account for them? You have talked about the so many years. For me, I was a tiny young girl when I came to IUIU. Nimnola, we also shared a room with her as students. I think 33 years I've spent here at IUIU, in and out of different doors or windows. And for me, I feel that for the 36 years, maybe I still am. I'm highly underpaid. That's what I feel. It was just recent, through Allah's grace, that one of the people who were signing the checks looked at what I got and said, I hear they recalled the payroll. How come? As AR. And that is how I got my pay rise, whatever it is that I'm getting now, just 2 years back. Okay? Although I know some people think otherwise, that maybe it was given out of the rector's prerogative. Of course, in their final analysis, yes, but someone else entirely different realized that for so many years. Okay? So, what am I saying? You are coming in faculties, you are coming in departments, you are coming in institutions of IUIU, where all of us, at least that's what I know, compared to other places elsewhere, are still being underpaid. That's a fact. But what we are going to do about it collectively, for me, is the answer that we need to derive. Because you all know where the money comes from. You also know where the money is. And how can we move ourselves to reach a point where we may not only rely on students' fees, but also other avenues. And that is where we should go. So as you are coming in, Umar, Dr. Umar Yahaya and your team, we have had, I don't need to emphasize it, the team that is coming in is an able team. The one that is going out not because it is not able, but that is how academics run or leadership runs. Okay? So you are coming in. We look forward to your academic leadership, your financial leadership, because it's not about asking, but also how to generate. So for your financial leadership, for your mentorship, for harnessing a very, very highly talented team. And that's also one of the challenges. How do you touch the potential of each one of us? Because everyone here, as you have rightly noted, has potential, high potential as a scholar and many other things. So for your leadership is how do you harness all these things from such a diverse team, such a talented scheme of administrative and highly qualified scholars, to get them to take and to give the faculty an identity that is incomparable to none. That is what the challenge is as academic leaders or leaders put in the position. How do you give something an identity, a positive identity that none can compare to it? This is where the challenges of you as the incoming team is now going to have. Not whether the faculty will, what is the difference? When we take up these positions, what is the difference you have come with? That is the litmus paper. What is the difference? Ask yourself, or is it you are doing exactly what others have been doing for years in IUIU? What's the difference? I think that is where we are going to judge your tenure as you move out. The team that is outgoing has put the faculty at a certain level. Where are you taking our faculty? Where are you taking our university? Because it is ours. So, expectations, I think, for me as AR, and if I may say so, as the academic angle, is want to see these areas or these dimensions and how you are going to take the identity to another level. As you said, IUIU is always talked about, but where are you now going to take it? And what is your commitment? And I think also to emphasize that in IUIU, I have seen it, I have lived it. It is commitment beyond expectations. That's the way I see it. It is commitment beyond expectations. People expect a lot, yes. But remember that commitment that you will find within yourselves is what will determine, for me, I've seen it, the energy that will drive you to accomplish and do things is what will actually make the difference. Lastly, I want to pledge the support of the AR's office, the academics, that we are always open. We are open to criticism. We are open to your positive comments, how we can take the academics forward. I know sometimes we in registry, or sometimes we may not see eye to eye always on things, but just to assure you that it is really not witch hunting. And I'm glad Allah is my witness. I don't, in here in IUIU, I can say it because I know Allah is my witness. I don't hate anyone. I don't hate anyone. But when I make my statements and remarks, they are geared on the principles and the issues that are at hand and how we can maybe improve them or go around them. So that's my commitment as AR, to support the team, to guide where necessary, and also to request for your support. One person has made here a statement that Hajji said that if we don't teach, you don't have what? Salary. That is true. And if you don't teach and go on with the academics in the department and the faculties, we don't have a university. You and I, we don't have a what? A salary. We don't have a job. So that is one thing. But the other thing, which is a much wider and bigger vision, we know where IUIU has come from, and we know that we all want IUIU to move on. Inshallah, let us see in our small ways what we can do. Lastly, the financial issue. Even as we hold elections, even as we go about our daily work, we have seen resignations, we have seen decline in positions and so on. Because these are candid things that must be said, and they are always said, either on whatever forums we say them. And these are issues that should be said anyway. So, the issue of financial to do with the positions that go with some of those that you have been elected, I think it is a very strong message that the rectorship, of course, when I say rectorship, I mean the rector and the two vice-rectors, they have heard about it, they know about it. And inshallah, I don't know if it is public knowledge or not, but the internal auditor was raising issues about allowances for other members, and this is one of the issues that he was also asked or requested to work on, to look at it and see, working with the BASA, what can be done for the academic managers in order to improve. Because I think we all know, and I've already stated myself, all of us are underpaid. The jobs that we do go beyond the job that you are coming into, and those of you that have left, you know what kind of jobs I am talking about. Late hours, hard work, psychological strain and stress. And sometimes even our families ask us, is this your university? They ask us, is this your university? Is it your personal university? Why? But if not you, who will do that? Ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues, I salute you once again. I thank you for the efforts that you are putting in at your levels. We thank the outgoing team, and we pray for the incoming team, that as we have emphasized, all of you, we take our place, we position ourselves as the managers, and we do our best. May Allah help us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yeah, thank you very much, the Academic Registrar. HOD Physics, she will be joining us in 2 weeks' time. She's not here. But she's, I don't know whether Mr. Joffrey is around. Mr. Hamis is here. Okay, wonderful. And mathematics and statistics, I have several representatives here. The outgoing HOD, who is also the incoming HOD. Mr. Mwanda, you can come please. So you can see that I have no reason in terms of experience for my term to fail. Every experience is here. Mr. Mwanda, maybe you can come for a photo here. Don't worry. Mr. Muhammad, where are you? Dean Furness, don't worry. Yes, we still have a part of him.
Okay.
Because part of the food science cohort is still with us.
Yes, sure that.
Okay.
Okay.
Chemistry. Mr. Nakale, you're welcome. But the substantive one is not here. Okay. The outgoing HOD Biomedical Science, Madame Joelia, welcome. And the incoming in course. Right? She joined 1 year before me, joined IUIU in 2010. 16th August. 16th August, okay. So members, I think that is it. Biologicals, mathematics, food science, chemistry, environment, physics. HOD computer science, just because of his presence, because I wouldn't miss my own department. Dr. Adamali is the head of department. That one has also served as a dean before. So you can see that in terms of experience, we are well staffed. It's a matter of redirecting our energies and we focus on common goals. Members, this is the team. You can see it's an male-only team with Madame Joeria, but you also have the mother of the faculty. Madame Habiba Namagembe, please join the photo. So this is the face of force. Dr. Adamali is representing online. Dr. Chongo Mairu. You see, force has been biased towards CS because of our overwhelming numbers, mashallah. The deputy dean is also from computer science. I am also from computer science, right? So this is the face of Faculty of Science, and we pledge to do the best with your support. And my team here, I'm sure they all pledge to work as a team. I was saying that we have to minimize leakage points for our energies. If there is a leakage point for our collective energy, we patch it, right? So members, you can take your seats.
The incoming deputy dean
Yes.
has been the deputy dean. So the outgoing and incoming.
So
We start with outgoing. HOD Computer Science, Dr. Adamali, outgoing. And he's also the
HOD Food Science, Deputy Dean.
Computer Science, Dr. Adamali is the outgoing head of department, and the incoming
Maybe for the benefit of the members, what is on this certificate? It says Certificate of Appreciation awarded to Dr. Adam A. Ali in recognition and appreciation of his services as HOD Computer Science in the Faculty of Science of the Islamic University in Uganda for the period 2022 to 2024.
The other person to be recognized is the outgoing deputy dean. The other outgoing deputy dean, Dr. Muhammad. He's not around. Food science.
Can come.
Food science.
Can you see what? Yes, even the other. Yes. He won't fail us. He won't. He transfer him a certificate of gladness. He set him up.
All right, the outgoing head of department, environmental science and examination coordinator. That is to area.
Yes, we have 6. 7.
The outgoing head of department, mathematics and statistics, Mr. Mwanda Kulali. The outgoing head of department, food science and nutrition, Mr. Hajji Muhammad Shaban. The outgoing head of department physics and coordinator higher education certificate, Mr. Chokundo Geoffrey. Physics.
One of the biggest projects.
The outgoing coordinator records and library management, Mr. Kisui Ayu. Mr. Ibrahim, you come represent Mr. Kisui Ayu. The outgoing head of department chemistry and biochemistry, Mr. Apite Twaha, and the incoming. The outgoing Faculty of Science Coordinator Females Campus, Ms. Nawal Namwiga. She's not with us. Dr. Halim, please. The outgoing and the incoming force Faculty of Science Coordinator, Kampala Campus, Mr. Walusi Abdul Hakim. The office assistant for the outgoing leadership and the incoming leadership. Yes, Mr. Suleiman Saleh. The Mugole, somebody get him, yes. The senior administrative assistant for the coming and outgoing regime, Ms. Namagembe Habiba. himself, the outgoing dean. We are not forgetting himself. Mr. Hajji Shaban Okurut. Right, that item is complete. Okay, the next item is cut caking. Counting from 5 below to 1, isn't it? Or to 0?
7-point program from 7.
Okay, 7-point program. Okay, the 7th point, the 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 4th.